day, children. Welcome to your math class. Our topic for today is all about adds and subtracts fractions and mixed fractions with and without regrouping. Quarter 1, Module 9. For the learning objective, after going through this module, you are expected to adds and subtracts fractions and mixed fractions with and without regrouping. Let's begin our lesson with a pretest. I'll be giving you 5 seconds for each item for you to answer. Number 1. If 15 is added to 4 and 2/3, the sum is A. 16 and 2/3, B. 17 and 2/3, C. 18 and 2/3, or D. 19 and 2/3. Timer starts now. Okay, the answer is D. 19 and 2/3. Number 2. What is the value of n in 3 and 1/3 plus 9 and 3/5 equals n? A. 12 and 14/15, B. 14 and 14/15, C. 17 and 4/5, or D. 20 and 1/2. Timer starts now. Time's up. Okay, the answer is A. 12 and 14/15. Let's move on to number 3. What is the value of n in 13/14 minus 5/14 equals n? A. 13/14, B. 5/14, C. 8/14, or D. 4/7. Timer starts now. Time's up. The answer is letter D, 4/7. Number 4. What is the difference between 17/20 and 9/20? A. 8/20, B. 15/20, C. 2/5, or D. 6/5. Time's up. The answer is C. 2/5. Number 5. Find the sum. Express it in lowest term. 3/15 plus 2/15 plus 5/15 equals n. A. 10/15, B. 5/15, C. 2/3, or D. 3/5. Time's up. The answer is letter C, 2/3. Did you get all the correct answer? Next, let's have a recap. This is a review from your previous lesson. You can pause the video so you could have enough time. Just remember to answer as fast as possible. Read and answer the problem below. What is the least number of chocolates that can be divided equally among 3, 6, and 9 children? What is asked in the problem? What are the given facts? How will you solve the problem? What is the answer to the problem? Timer starts now. Time's up. Let's see if you got the correct answer. For the first question, the least number of candies that can be divided equally among 3, 5, and 6 children. For second question, 3, 5, and 6 children. For third question, by finding their LCM. And for the fourth question, 30 candies. Did you get all the correct answer? You are great! Now we proceed to our discussion. Let's read and analyze kilograms of bananas. How many kilograms of fruits did you buy in all? How many more kilograms of mangoes than bananas did you buy? I hope you understand the problem. What is asked in the problem? There are 2 questions that we need to answer. The first one is, how many kilograms of fruits did you buy in all? And the second one is, how many more kilograms of mangoes than bananas did you buy? What facts are given? 1 3/4 kilogram of mangoes and 1/2 kilogram of bananas. How will you answer the question in the problem? To answer the first question, add 1 3/4 and 1/2. The number sentence is 1 3/4 plus 1/2 equals n. How do you solve the number sentence? To solve for the sum, here are the following steps. 1. Align the fractions and compare the denominators. The denominators of the given fractions are 4 and 2, so the fractions have different denominators. Step 2. Since the fractions don't have the same denominators, they are called dissimilar fractions. In that case, change first the given fractions to similar fractions. To change to similar fractions, find the least common denominator or the LCD. LCD is the LCM of the denominators. So we find the LCM of 4 and 2, and they can be divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. Now we have 2 and 1, and obviously they don't have a common factor, so we end the division process. Then multiply the common divisor and the last set of the quotients to get the LCM. Then 2 times 2 times 1 equals 4. So the LCM is 4. And this will be the least common denominator or LCD of the new fractions. Now we need to find the numerator. To find the numerator, divide the LCD by the given denominator and multiply the quotient to the given numerator. So 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 1 times 3 equals 3. Again, let's do it in the second fraction. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 2 times 1 equals 2. Just copy the whole number. Now the fractions are similar because they have the same denominators. Step 3. Add the fractions. Add the numerators. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Copy the common denominator. Bring down the whole number. Now we have 1 and 5/4, but 1 and 5/4 are not in simplified answer. Take note that our answer must always in simplified or in lowest term. 5/4 is in improper fraction. So, rename the improper fraction as mixed number and simplify the answer if necessary. 5/4 can be renamed as 1 and 1/4. Then add the given whole number so that we can have the simplified answer 2 and 1/4. So the answer is, Darlene bought 2 and 1/4 kilograms of fruits in all. To answer the second question in the problem, subtract 1/2 from 1 and 3/4. The number sentence is 1 and 3/4 minus 1/2 equals n. How do you solve the number sentence? Align the fractions and compare. So as you can see, they are dissimilar fractions. We should change it first to similar fractions. And to change to similar fractions, we should find the LCD. So the LCD is the LCM of 4 and 2, which is 4. So let's find the numerator. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 1 times 3 equals 3. Copy the whole number. Again, for the second fraction, 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 2 times 1 equals 2. So the fractions are now similar. Next, subtract as similar fractions. So 3 minus 2 equals 1. Copy the denominator and bring down the whole number. The next step is to simplify if necessary. As you can see, 1 and 1/4 is in lowest term, so the answer is 1 and 1/4. So Darlene bought 1 and 1/4 kilogram more mangoes than banana. Study the other examples. Find the difference of 5 and 1/3 and 1 and 4/5. The keyword is difference. So we use subtraction as the operation. Compare the fractions. They are dissimilar because they have different denominators. So change them to similar fractions. Now, what must be the LCD? Since the denominators are 3 and 5 and their LCM is 15, therefore the LCD is 15. Now, find the numerators. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Times 1 equals 5. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Times 4 equals 12. Then copy the whole numbers. Since they are similar, we can now subtract. But 5/15 minus 12/15 cannot be subtracted because 5/15 is lesser than 12/15. According to the subtraction rule, you cannot subtract a bigger number from a smaller number. So what are we going to do? We must borrow 1 from the whole number 5. Then rename one whole to fraction. You must have a fraction that is similar to the given fraction, and that is 15/15. So that we can add 5/15 plus 15/15 equals 20/15. Since we borrow 1 from 5, it will become 4. Now we have 4 and 20/15 minus 1, and 12/15 equals 3 and 8/15. This time we are going to use another method. Add 9 and 1/3 and 2 and 8/15. Right to mix numbers. Group the whole numbers and the fractions. So we group the whole numbers 9 and 2 and the fractions 1/3 and 8/15. Determine the LCD of the fractions, then rename as similar fractions. The denominators are 3 and 15, therefore the LCM is 15. So 15 divided by 3 equals 5, times 1 equals 5. 15 divided by 15 equals 1. 1 times 8 equals 8. So the similar fractions are 5/15 plus 8/15. Then bring down 9 plus 2. Perform the operation of addition. 9 plus 2 equals 11. 5/15 plus 8/15 equals 13/15. So 11 plus 13/15 equals 11 and 13/15. Since 13 and 15 have no common factors, therefore 11 and 13/15 is a Noe's term. Alright, I hope everything is clear. Next is your activity number 1. You can post this video so that you could have enough time to answer. But remember to answer as fast as possible so that you can complete this video lesson. Answer the following. Number 1. Take away 1 and 1/5 from 3 and 1/5. 2. 6 and 1/8 less 2 and 4/8 is equal to 3. Subtract 4/6 from 8/9, or the difference between 2 and 5/9 and 1 and 6/7 is 5. Find the difference of 7/8 minus 7/12. Find the sum of fractions. Express your answer to lowest term if needed. Timer starts now. Time's up. Next is activity number 3. Timer starts now. Time's up. You can check if you got the correct answer later at the end of the video. Next, let's try to wrap everything we learned. Arrange the steps in addition and subtractions of fractions by writing 1 to 5 on the space provided. Time starts now. Time's up, and for the valuing, answer this question in your notebook wholeheartedly. If you have family members who is suffering from any ailments, what do you do? How do you show your love and concern for them? Next is your final activity. I'll be giving you time for each item for you to answer. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. Which of the following is the difference of 16/18 and 7/9? A. 1/9, B. 14/18, C. 9/18, or D. 2/18. 2. What is the difference of 8/15 minus 4/10 equals N? A. 1/15, B. 2/15, C. 2/38, D. 4/38. 3. Len used 2/5 meters of printed cloth and 3/10 meters of plain cloth to make pillowcases. How many meters of cloth did she use? A. 2/5, B. 5/5, C. 5/10, or D. 7/10. Number 4. Shanice bought 9/10 meters of lace. She used 5/10 meters for her handkerchief. How many meters of lace was left? A. 5/10, B. 2/10, C. 5/5, or D. 2/5. Number 5. If 15 is added to 4 and 2/3, the sum is A. 16 and 2/3, B. 17 and 2/3, C. 18 and 2/3, or D. 19 and 2/3. That's all for today. I hope you understand our discussion and everything is clear. You can see the key to correction at the end of the video so that you can see if your answers are correct. See you next lesson!